Welcome to English Learning Stories. On this channel, you improve your English by listening to real stories from history and modern leaders. Today, we will learn about Donald Trump, a businessman, television personality, and the 45th President of the United States. This story focuses on the key events that shaped his public life and political career. So listen carefully, and let's begin. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City. He grew up in a wealthy family involved in real estate development. His father, Fred Trump, was a prominent builder who specialized in middle-class housing projects in New York City. As a teenager, Trump was sent to the New York Military Academy, where he received structured discipline and leadership training. He later said this experience influenced his competitive personality and management style. Trump began college at Fordham University in 1964. After 2 years, he transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, one of the most respected business schools in the United States. He graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics. After college, Trump joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump and Son, which focused mainly on residential housing in Brooklyn and Queens. In 1971, he took control of the company and renamed it the Trump Organization. Unlike his father, Trump aimed to expand into large commercial real estate projects, particularly in Manhattan. He sought high-profile developments that would attract national attention. One of his earliest major projects was the redevelopment of the Commodore Hotel, which reopened in 1980 as the Grand Hyatt New York. This project helped establish Trump as a serious real estate developer in Manhattan and marked the beginning of his rise as a public business figure. By the late 1970s, Donald Trump had moved beyond his father's business model and positioned himself as an ambitious developer focused on branding, visibility, and large-scale projects. During the late 1970s and 1980s, Donald Trump expanded his real estate business beyond residential housing into high-profile commercial developments. His projects were concentrated in New York City and later expanded to other major cities. In 1983, Trump completed Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. The building became his most famous property and served as both a business headquarters and a symbol of his personal brand. Throughout the 1980s, Trump developed or acquired several major properties, including hotels, casinos, and office buildings. These projects increased his national visibility and made him a well-known figure in business media. By the early 1990s, Trump's businesses faced serious financial difficulties, particularly related to casino developments in Atlantic City. Several of his companies entered bankruptcy restructuring, though Trump personally avoided bankruptcy. These events marked a major setback in his business career. In the mid-1990s, Trump rebuilt his public image by focusing more heavily on branding and licensing. The Trump name was licensed for buildings, products, and ventures worldwide, allowing him to expand without direct ownership. In 2004, Trump became widely known to a new audience as the host of the television show The Apprentice. The show was a major success and significantly increased his popularity. It presented Trump as a decisive business leader and re-established him as a prominent public figure. By the early 2000s, Donald Trump had transitioned from a real estate developer into a media personality and brand, setting the stage for his later entry into politics. Between 2011 and 2014, Donald Trump became increasingly active in political discussions. He made frequent public statements on national issues, appeared in political media, and questioned the leadership of existing political figures. During this period, he gained attention beyond business and entertainment. In 2015, Trump officially entered presidential politics. On June 16, 2015, he announced his candidacy for President of the United States as a member of the Republican Party. His campaign focused on issues such as immigration, trade, economic nationalism, national security, and criticism of established political leadership. Trump's campaign was different from traditional political campaigns. He relied heavily on large rallies, direct communication, and constant media coverage. His message appealed strongly to voters who felt disconnected from traditional politics and government institutions. During the Republican primary elections, Trump competed against many experienced politicians. Despite early skepticism from political analysts, he won a series of key primary contests and secured the Republican Party nomination in July 2016. In the general election, Trump ran against Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. The campaign received unprecedented media attention and was highly polarized. Major issues included the economy, foreign policy, immigration, and trust in political institutions. On November 8, 2016, Donald Trump won the presidential election by securing a majority of the Electoral College votes, while losing the national popular vote. His victory was widely described as a major political upset. Trump's election marked a significant shift in American politics and led to his inauguration as president in January 2017. Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States on January 20, 2017. Early in his presidency, Trump signed several executive orders, including actions on immigration, border security, and regulatory policy. One of the most notable was restrictions on travel from several countries, which led to legal challenges and public debate. In 2017, his administration passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which reduced corporate and individual tax rates. Supporters argued it stimulated economic growth, while critics raised concerns about increased deficits. Trump appointed 3 Supreme Court justices during his term, significantly shaping the U.S. judicial system. In foreign policy, Trump withdrew the United States from several international agreements, including the Paris Climate Agreement and the Iran nuclear deal. He also pursued direct diplomacy with North Korea, holding meetings with its leader. In 2019, Trump was impeached by the House of Representatives on charges related to abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. He was acquitted by the Senate in 2020. In 2020, the United States faced the COVID-19 pandemic, which dominated the final year of his presidency. The federal response, economic shutdowns, and public health measures became central political issues. Trump ran for re-election in 2020 against Democratic candidate Joe Biden. He lost the election after Biden won both the popular vote and the Electoral College. Trump left office on January 20, 2021, ending his first term as president. After leaving office on January 20, 2021, when his first term ended and Joe Biden was inaugurated, Donald Trump remained a prominent figure in American politics and public life. He continued to influence the Republican Party and maintained a strong base of supporters across the country. During the years 2021 to 2024, Trump stayed active in political discussions, made frequent public appearances, and prepared for another presidential campaign. He repeatedly criticized many policies of the Biden administration and maintained high visibility in conservative media and political events. While challenging the outcomes of the 2020 election became a major theme of his post-presidency, by 2023 and early 2024, he focused on building a campaign for the 2024 presidential election. In 2024, Donald Trump ran again for the presidency as the Republican nominee, campaigning on issues such as immigration, the economy, national security, and a return to conservative policies. His campaign attracted widespread attention across the United States and drew large crowds at rallies. After a competitive race, Trump won the 2024 presidential election, earning a majority in the Electoral College and securing his return to the White House. On January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 47th President of the United States, beginning his second non-consecutive term in office. This made him only the second U.S. president in history to serve non-consecutive terms. His running mate, J.D. Vance, became vice president. During his early months back in office, the Trump administration focused on a wide range of policy actions. In the first 100 days of his second presidency, Trump signed a large number of executive orders and memoranda, reflecting his priorities in domestic and federal governance. These actions included significant directives related to immigration, federal workforce policy, regulatory changes, and other areas of executive authority. Trump's return to the presidency in 2025 was closely watched both within the United States and internationally, and it marked a significant period in contemporary American political history.